Hi there folks, welcome to Dunzy's Guitar World. I've got a big tree growing out of my head. So, literally no one has ever said, Dunzy, tell us about some of your favourite albums, some of your favourite guitar sounds. That would be very interesting. So despite public demand, what I thought I'd do today, in today's incredibly exciting and interesting video, is discuss one of my favourite albums in terms of the guitar sound. I absolutely love it. So the album came out on Capitol Records, came out in 1980, and the artist is the legendary Sammy Hagar, the Red Rocker himself, formerly of Montrose, Danger Zone. So this comes out in 1980. This is Sammy's fifth solo album. This comes out between Street Machine, Trans Am Highway Wonderland, Ooh This Planet's on Fire, and Standing Hampton. Can you say Standing Hampton on the internet in 2024? I guess we'll find out. So I love this album. I love Danger Zone. Possibly my favourite Sammy Hagar album. Let me know in the comments, what is your favourite Sammy Hagar album? But this is mine just because of everything. The sound, the production, I mean the guitar sound, the songs, the playing, the cover. Did I show you the back cover? The back cover. Sammy with his Explorer, his red Explorer. A brilliant cover, eh? Remember when music mediums had brilliant covers like this? So who else is on this? So we have Chuck Ruff on drums, vocals and guitar, not surprisingly, Sammy Hagar, guitar, Gary Peel, P-I-H-L, I think that's how you pronounce it. I always thought it was Gary Phil. When I was a younger man, when I got this album, I thought it was Gary Phil. I must have read that wrong. We have on the bass, the Electric Church, Bill Church on bass. Background vocals are Steve Perry and Sammy Hagar. And a special guest on lead guitar on Love or Money, track 1, side 1. Say back in the old days when this came, music medium came in 2 sides, is none other than Neil Sean. What a guitar player Neil Sean is. So the guitar sound on this album is absolutely one of my favourite guitar sounds. I think it's kind of indicative of its time, 1980. It's just the clarity of the guitars. You know, they're not overly distorted, and there's a lot of bite to them though as well. Now that could be because of the Marshall amps that they were using. I don't think they were particularly, you know, it wasn't huge gain they were using back in those days, but it could also be studio EQ, which was applied on the board to this as well. But I just love the guitar sound on this. So we'll listen to some of the tracks, and I'll maybe try and play some guitar. Now I will not sound exactly like the guitar sound on this album. That's something that's way beyond my capabilities. But I'll try and play some of the riffs that are on this, and maybe listen to some of the key bits of guitar playing which my ear picked up on way back then when I got this album. And still to this day, this is still one of my favourite albums. Still to this day, my ear hears it and thinks, that is a brilliant guitar sound. So let's have a listen. I may be crazy, but I ain't no fool. Love or Money. What a song. What a song. We'll get on to the guitar solo in a bit, but what? That intro, I may be crazy, but I ain't no fool. That's for sure, Mr. Sammy Hagar, he is no fool. Love or Money. Let's listen to the riff in this. I mean, I think that, just that guitar sound, just the clarity in that guitar sound, and it's got the right amount of bite. It's not too overdriven. It's just brilliant. Honestly, like I listen to it now, and this is what, 44 years after the album came out, maybe 43 years since I got the album, and I'm like, man, that's absolutely brilliant. So that is a riff to Love or Money. Now I think it goes a bit like this. I think that's how it goes. Now, as I said, I'm not trying to replicate the guitar sound, but I think that's how the sort of main riffs go. Now, before we get to the solo, the Killer bit of lead guitar by Mr. Neil Schon. There's like a descending chord run. Brilliant. And then we get into the lead guitar. Whoa! Did you hear that? It would be foolish of me to even try and play that, or even to try and work out what he's doing there, because that's brilliant. That is way beyond me. So that's like the first sort of flurry of notes, and then we get another bit. Again, it's so fast. Brilliant guitar playing. Love Her Money, what a tune. So that's track 1. I will quickly get my show notes here. Track 2, 20th Century Man. I'm a 20th century man. That bit, I absolutely love that guitar sound. It's got like the right amount of reverb in it as well. So that's like the main riff throughout the song, and I think it goes a bit like this. Wow, I think that's how the main riff goes. You know, I'm not trying to replicate every part exactly, but I think that's how the main riff goes. It's almost kind of ZZ Top, like it's like ZZ Top maybe took that later on, a couple of years later. So that's the main riff in 20th Century Man. By the time I'm 35, I'll be a fat slob. Luckily, I'm beyond the age of 35. That's all I'll say on that. Having a cup of coffee outside with my little white cat. So we're on to track 3, Miles from Boredom. Now this starts with a monstrous, I believe I can say monstrous, a monstrous guitar riff. Check this out. Now the whole tune's kind of brooding and moody, it's just brilliant. And the guitar solos, scorching. So next up we have Mommy Says, Daddy Says, which has this descending riff which goes through quite a lot of the tune. Now I believe that is played a bit like this. Another great tune and another fine example of a brilliant guitar sound. Closing up side 1 we have In the Night, open brackets, entering the danger zone. It's got that kind of bluesy riff at the beginning there, which sounds like it could be played like round an open E. So I had a quick go at that. Now I think it goes a bit like this. It's great, just the opening bluesy riff straight into the power chords. And then here's another thing I love about this album, the clicks that they do. You know, when you take the pressure off the strings and you do a sort of thing. That's like a technical term for non-guitarists out there, a technical term. I love it. I got secrets in the night. Yeah, that'll play it again. I got secrets in the night. Fantastic, eh? I got secrets in the night. Secrets in the night. Oh, and we get to the second part, entering the danger zone. It's almost like there's like an octave pedal going on there or something. I'm going to play that again. That's just like a wacky sound. I love that. I think it may be an octave pedal. Could be. He's definitely playing like octave notes. That is Entering the Danger Zone. Then we go on to side 2. The Iceman's come to town. Let's listen to The Iceman Has Come to Town.
Look out! Here he comes.
It's brilliant. Look out, here he comes.
Look out! Here he comes.
I love that opening riff. And in the chorus it sounds like there's like a big open chord on an acoustic guitar, I think.
I said the Iceman.
That's maybe like a piano as well, do you think?
I said the Iceman.
Could be. Now I think this song has some slide guitar in it as well.
You put it up, he'll put 'em down.
That sounds to me like slide guitar.
You put it up, he'll put 'em down.
And there's another like a lead, that's like chordy slides. If I was, I'm not going to play it, but if I was using one of these, it would be like chordy slides. But then I think there's like a lead guitar bit where there's a slide as well. Hear that? Wah, 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 wah. And then we get into the big chorus, like the harmony chorus. Everybody's in on the backing vocals. Oh, I'm going to play that again. Sammy's right. Oh. Oh, brilliant. Go Mr. Sammy Hagar and co. And then there's a killer guitar solo as well. Some very fast pull-offs going on there. Back with my little cat. And my coffee. Next up, Bad Reputation. Is this my favourite Sammy Hagar song? Or my favourite Sammy Hagar album? I think it might be. Even just the riff alone would put it in my top 3 Sammy Hagar songs. And then we go on to Heartbeat, which is a bit of a poppier side to Sammy. And then we get to the penultimate track, Run For Your Life. Now this kind of ties is my favourite song on this. Bad Reputation and Run For Your Life are my 2 favourites on this. This is just such a great tune. And then we finish up with The Danger Zone, which I guess the end of side 1 is Entering the Danger Zone, and the end of side 2 we're actually in the danger zone. It's just kind of the end of the album and then fades out at the end.
I just passed through the danger zone.
So there you have it. My favourite Sammy Hagar album, Danger Zone. It's just, I just love the sound of this album. The production on it, the guitar sound, just the whole thing. The cover, the whole thing, the cover, the inside cover, the whole presentation. God, the whole presentation of this album is just spot on. So there you go, folks. That's the first in what will possibly be a one video series talking about albums I love and the guitar sound and stuff like that, maybe doing some playing as well. So I do hope you enjoyed it. As ever, it's a privilege and a pleasure to bring you content on Dunsi's Guitar World. Cheers for now.